It's Yalla Home. Yalla Home.
With Anna Schofield.
And Big House.
Yes, you are. Tuesday, and we're live through till 8 o'clock. It's already 20 to 7. Where's it gone?
All right, a little bit news of COVID and the UAE. Earlier today, this is really incredible. So obviously Dr. Farida Al-Husani, who is the Executive Director of Infectious Disease at the Abu Dhabi Police Health Center, she said that mass testing and vaccination saved the UAE from the worst of pandemic.
Interesting.
Which is a big deal.
Yeah.
And again, this is a robust response of health services and the support of the public were also a big key. So, the UAE, when the pandemic first hit,
so reactive.
Very reactive.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we have a problem, let's see what's happening let's fix it. It was like, and it was like, lockdown 2 weeks or whatever it is. We were doing shows from our home.
Right.
Everything was locked down.
No sterilizations. Do you remember all the sterilizations going on in the streets?
Streets were empty. There's videos of that.
And at night they were sterilizing everywhere.
Yeah, big streets in the UAE, across the Emirates were empty, no cars. You would need an approval to go out and buy something at a certain time. You need exemptions. All these things, we went through it. So the UAE is just saying right now, confirming that the mass testing, 270,000 plus tests, an average of 210,000, they're saying a day, and the vaccination saved the UAE from the worst of pandemic. Now, I really want to talk about that because we wouldn't be sitting here talking about this and kind of going on with our daily life with events and just kind of, I feel that the tension is a bit, to be honest, the tension has gone down in terms of I was in the mall yesterday. Everyone had their mask on, don't get me wrong, but there's none of that tension.
No.
It feels like, we're in a bit of a pandemic, we're good, I'm vaccinated, I'm going to live with it, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But before it was scary. I was scared, and now you know the virus a little bit more. You know that, 1, 2, 3, you know that you got to keep social distancing. The awareness is big.
Yeah.
Now, if the UAE didn't do that, we wouldn't be in this situation. We would be in a situation where it's worse. Lockdown situations, more businesses getting closed down. Already businesses closed down, and more business would get affected. And I just think it's really amazing. She said that the trust between the community and the government was crucial, and the combined response allowed the government to handle the pandemic in the best way that was recognized internationally as being one of the best top globally. The UAE, the way it handled it globally, everyone is looking at us as in this country, how we handle it. I just said it's really, really, really amazing. And she said it's very hard to say that one measure worked better than the other, but so far 2021 has been very different from 2020 due to the vaccines and what we have learned in effective treatments. The cases, the severity of the cases generally is much less than the first wave.
Right.
So it's something that you always say in terms of because of how you deal with it and of the treatments and look, it's just really massive. And again, very lucky to be part of this country. And when you have 200,000 plus tests been done, 24 hours centers, you go in your car, you're sitting down. You listen to music, application, you fill up the information.
Chatting with your family.
5 minutes. The whole thing takes really less than 1 minute. The wait could be a bit long depending on what time you go.
Yeah.
I decide to go sometimes at 4 a.m. in the morning because there's an NBA game and at 5 a.m. So I waste an hour.
It's always brilliant though, isn't it?
It works
at that
perfectly
time.
for me.
I did one at about 7:40 a.m. on a Friday morning with my daughter. I said, "Do you want to come with me?" Because I needed it for an event.
That was empty at 7 o'clock in the morning.
There was 2 cars in front of us. In fact, I was still filling out my phone when the guy was sticking his thing up my nose. Yeah, that's funny.
So a big deal again. Big salute to the UAE and how they prepared us for this. And again, Dr. Farida Al-Husani, who's the Executive Director of the Infection Disease at Abu Dhabi Police Health Center, there's a certain standard, and shout out to her. We've all seen her face. She's very, very, we all know her. She will broadcast the news, the updates, and just massive salute to the UAE for handling this pandemic.
If you liked this episode of Yalla Home, drop a like and subscribe.
95.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram for all our daily updates and top stories.